With breakouts, signs of aging, or acne scarring, Apostrophe will help you show the world your best face. Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. Simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies, and a board-certified dermatologist will create your initial customized treatment plan. Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all types of acne, from hormonal acne to facial acne and even back, chest, and butt acne. I mean, they treat breakouts from head to toe. Now, I have been using Apostrophe for over a year now, and I still love it. I just got my Apostrophe refill package the other day. Yeah, because they send it to your house. You don't even have to remember. It's automatic. It's great. But Apostrophe provided access for me to receive my first treatment plan from a board-certified dermatologist, and I was prescribed spironolactone, and I take it once a day, which has helped me with stress breakouts so much. I really like that my treatment plan was personalized to my skin specifically, and that my prescriptions get delivered right to my door. I mean, hello, that's the best part.
If you ever have...
We have a special deal for my audience. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/darkhistory when you use the code DARKHISTORY. That's a savings of $15. This code is only available to my listeners, and to get started, just go to apostrophe.com/darkhistory and click Get Started. Then use the code DARKHISTORY at sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. A big thank you to Apostrophe for sponsoring this episode. So there's a lot of advancements in the world of chemicals. People figured out how to make perfume that would last way longer on the skin than the actual natural stuff. And the longer it lasts on the skin, the longer you'd be smelling sexy. And the other benefit to that, you don't have to spend as much money because a bottle of the stuff is just going to last you a lot longer. So instead of relying on animal juices, something called synthetic fragrances became available to the market. Now, these chemicals are the copycats of the real thing from Mother Nature. So you don't have to be rubbing your wrist with a lavender nub all day. You could just spritz and smell like fresh lavender all day long. But we all know that for every nice little convenience, there's always a price to pay. You want your laundry to smell like spring meadow, whatever the hell that is. There's a price for that. And you're probably thinking, well, what's the price? Not just money. We're paying with our hormones, not dollars.
What?
I know, you might ask.
How?
Well, let me explain. That's why you're here, aren't you? So a lot of people, when they hear the word hormones, they tend to think like when you're a teen, like an immature, you stepped out, everyone's wearing their cowboy hats. It's just embarrassing. Was that supposed to be cool? Okay. But again, it was just like another performance of a rich person who's bored and putting on this extravagant show that I was just not impressed with. But when you think about it, this really isn't anything new. Rich people have always been around flaunting their money, being assholes, and putting on a show just to show everybody I got money, you don't. It's just like such a... Let me not get worked up. This isn't anything new. When people have money, they like to flaunt it. And about 100 years ago, rich people were even more over the top with their millions. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about this era called the Gilded Age. Maybe you've heard of it. There's that television program out right now. Or was, I'm not even sure. I didn't check it out. Was it good? Let me know. Anyways, the Gilded Age. Now, this spanned over the years of the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and let me tell you, the powerful people of the Gilded Age set the standard.
Illusion shattered!
Flexing on. Today's billionaires.
Step aside.
Wait till I tell you how the elite in America party on because it's not it's better.
Look at you, booze hound.
So to start off the story, we are in the year 1870. Now, the Civil War had been over for a few years.
Hey!
So, not really. The country was kind of turning its direction. It's building a lot because
Make yourselves at home.
revolutions come into town. Boy, does that pop off.
Shine down.
Jumpy, jumpy, go! Boing, boing,
You know, like, what? So,
Everyone hold hands. Wow.
steam-powered engines. And the citizen horses and their machines are now being invented and made and being brought into factories, which are able to pretty much make everything faster than ever before. Now this, as you can imagine, is a time of big change for America. Opportunities are endless in people's lives. You don't have to rely on a horse and carriage. Come on. Groundbreaking. This brings us right up to the Gilded Age, which, first of all, great name. Love it, I think. But I learned while researching for the story that it got its name from someone you may have heard of. Mark Twain. Yeah. Mark Twain, if you don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're at home like, who? Don't know her. Well, Mark Twain was a famous author. And
Lucky all my new bombs are waterproof.
the phrase, the Gilded Age. Oh, yeah. He called this time period the Gilded Age because, quote, it was an era of serious social problems masked by a thin gold gilding, end quote. I think the translation, he's trying to say that the outside is pretty, but once you, like, look on the inside, it looks like shit, you know? You could put glitter on a piece of shit, but at the end of the day, it's still shit, you know? Not all that glitters is gold. You get it. Do I need more metaphors? So the Gilded Age happened in
Da, da, da.
30 years between 1870.
You dare overstep your mortal authority?
Now, there weren't a lot of rules yet, so you gotta think of America as America's free world. There were no rules, so
I see everything.
hey, Dad, eat this.
The enraged
Same way
earth
when you would go to
will
a
not absolve you!
medication or something from your doctor. There were no laws to protect anything. You just never. Everything was a risk.
Everyone hold hands.
This was a time.
Today, you witness your reckoning!
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Jumpy, jumpy, go!
Torn to oblivion.
The iconic skyline
Shine
of New York City and Chicago.
Everyone hold hands.
There is no atonement
This was
for 1,000 years pain!
She was going through.
Diana, special.
America's going through. It's a little awkward. It's a little weird.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not!
Let's go, let's go.
Come, experience an eon of suffering!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Hey, shake an ass. Jumpy, jumpy, go. First, wow. Boing,
Mom, come pick me up. I never worked.
Now you shall perish.
I want to go home now.
Taxes. Fuck them. They're a bitch. And they hurt. And it's like, what do I do? Huh? The least they could do, let me just say this before I continue. The least they could do is send me a breakdown every year of where my tax dollars went. Did I pay for a stop sign or something? What are you doing with it? That is all. Well, luckily for the people of the Gilded Age, almost all of their money got to stay in everyone's pockets because they didn't have income
These
taxes.
bombs, so
At
heavy.
least not like we know it. It was literally illegal to have income taxes. I know. Incredible. So, do you know the yachts we could probably own? For the everyday.
Clee was
Come
a
on.
brave
We got a
girl
yacht
today.
right now.
I found a really
Anyway,
weird
so
looking
for the
lizard.
everyday person, it was
Want me to show it
great.
to
It was
you?
like, cool, I could get another loaf of bread. For the millionaires, oh, they're just pocketing so much money, and they're like, I could get another 6 marble
These bombs,
bathtubs and
so
8
heavy.
golden bidets. As soon as fall arrives, what do? Well, of course, we bust out the candles. We put up cute decorations around the house. I mean, we go all out. When a leaf has dropped, we are ready, right? But here's one thing that we always forget about, or at least I forget about. Switching up my routine and like taking extra steps to make sure that my skin is moisturized and my hair is moisturized. Because as the weather gets cooler, we tend to get drier. Ugh, am I right? Way has everything you need to keep your hair healthy and looking great all winter long. Plus, they've got amazing gift sets that everyone on your list will love. Who doesn't want healthier hair for the holidays? So for me personally, I have fine color-treated hair, and after a few days without washing, it starts to feel, really weighed down from like the styling products I use. That's
Do you
when I
want to come
reach
fish
for
blasting
Way
with me?
Detox
I'll get
Shampoo
grounded
to
for a
clean
whole
my
day,
hair
but
from
it's
product
way worth
buildup,
it because the
hard
fish
water
tastes so
deposits, dirt,
good.
and oil. It makes my hair feel so clean and fresh without stripping it. And with the cooler weather, my hair starts to get a little drier.
bombs
So I use
so
the leave-in
heavy.
conditioner to keep frizz, tangles, and breakage at bay. This holiday season, treat your loved ones to healthy hair. The Way Better Together kit includes the best-selling full-sized leave-in conditioner and a full-sized detox shampoo for just $40, which works for all hair types. This special holiday gift set takes the guesswork out of what to buy this season. Discover all the ways to share joy this holiday season. Get it, ways? Yeah. Okay, go to TheWay, TheOuai.com, and use code DARKHISTORY to get 15% off your entire
Cleo is a
purchase.
brave girl
That's
today.
15% off
I
your
found a
entire
really
order
weird-looking
at
lizard. Want me to show it to you?
TheOuai.com, and don't forget to use code DARKHISTORY. John D. Rockefeller. You know him? You know that guy? He's got all that dirty oil money or whatever.
So
He like
heavy.
rolls in oil and like gets naked and just rolls around in it and just takes money and sticks it to his body. In my mind, that's what wealthy people do. It sounds funny. Okay, so John D. Rockefeller, he had this like big old fancy house with this big old golf course, just living the white man's dream. But one day he's playing golf and he sees a bunch of smoke rising in the air. He's like, "What's that? I don't like that." Well, turns out his golf course was right next to a railroad. And the train was, spitting up smoke, as trains do. Now, normally people would be like, "Oh man, that sucks. Man, bummer." But the rich people, nay. If you've got money, you can solve problems differently, okay? So Rockefeller was like, you know what? I could probably move so I don't have to see the steam. But why do that? I'm comfortable. I'm just going to relocate and move that train track. Because, of course, that makes a lot of sense, right? He could do that. So Rockefeller's like, you know what? This is a great idea. I'm going to move that train. Kind of like that show. Remember that show? Move that bus. It's like that, but move that train. So he's like, how can I do this? He's trying to come up with a plan. What could we do? He finds out that he can relocate the train, but there was something in the way. There was a village of people. Okay, so this village is in the way of the only place that the train could be moved, and Rockefeller's like, you know what? Fuck that village. Rockefeller decides to buy the whole village. No questions, no hesitation. I bought that shit. He goes to everyone in the village and is like, everyone, you need to leave. Out of my way. You're out. You gotta relocate. This is my village now. So everyone leaves. No idea what happened to them because history doesn't focus on their side of the story. But okay. So they all leave. The village ends up getting demolished and a new train track is built in the place. Rockefeller just gets what he wants. He buys that whole village, builds the whole tracks. Guess what? Now when he's outside playing golf, no more smoke. Come on, that's insane. That's insanity. No, not what? I didn't even know that was an option. Move that bus? What? Come on, that's a very... If you haven't noticed, here in America, maybe the world, I don't know, at least since I've been doing murder mystery makeup, I noticed that if you have money, I'm talking about a lot of money, you can do whatever you want. You really live on a different planet. Like, it's you can relocate a whole steam engine. Like, that makes no sense. But that's just what they did. And they were like, fuck all those other people, right? Like, what is that? I don't know. So he did that, great. And I think it was cool. I don't know. I'm going to assume it was probably something to brag about. I moved a whole steam engine, you know? But nothing really showed off to your friends, and maybe even like the ones that you secretly hated, just how much money you had. Like hosting an over-the-top, extravagant, money-filled
Bombs,
party.
so heavy.
Oh yeah, they like to party. This is a good way to show people how much money you have, and that's what you want to do in this life, because that's all that matters, is money and wealth. Fun. Okay, so they would have these extravagant parties. Now, getting invited to these parties is everything. If you got invited, that means you're in. That means you're
Everyone hold hands.
That means you are
That's
part
close
of this.
enough.
To you. La la la.
Shine down!
La la la.
Inazuma shines eternal!
And the only way to get into the party is to get to know them. And in the Gildage, the guy that you wanted to know, this is the guy that you wanted. That this is unwanted to know. Ward McAllister. Oh, Ward. I don't like the name Ward because it's a little too close to Wart. You know? Who likes a Wart? Besides a toad. Am I right? Pound it. Okay, great. So Ward. His family, rich. So rich. So rich. Okay? I guess they made their money during the gold rush. And we'll have to do an episode on that because I don't know nothing about the gold rush. Do you? Okay, great. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I forgot you were there. You're so quiet. I bet you know about the gold rush. You were there. Okay, sorry. So, something that's very important to wealthy people is that the wealth stays with the wealth. So, he married into He married Paris. She was so, money on money on money. This Ward guy had spent 3 years in Europe. He was studying wine. He's basically becoming the Gilded Age's Marcus. And because Ward is so well cultured, he was known within like the wealthy people for his good taste, his expensive things. Because he would travel around the world. He knows his shit. So they would always look to Ward for like, I don't know. And he would be like, oh, back in France, I had this. You know that asshole? That's Ward. Great. He famously said that there were only about, quote, 400 people in fashionable New York society, end quote. Which translation, only about 400 people, wealthy people, really mattered in the city. Within the wealthy people, you know, they just all talk shit. And this Ward guy would tell people like, oh, you have $1 million? That's like respectable poverty. You know, like, in other words, like $1 million ain't shit. I'll take it if you don't want it, you know? Anyway, so they're just all talking shit. They hate poor people, okay? And they think they're better than everybody else. That's essentially what I'm getting at. And this Ward guy, he wanted to create some kind of society within New York that would only be for these cool, snobby, wealthy people. And they would all hold like parties together and keep the wealth within this group. They don't need to be mingling with poor peasants, okay? So Ward was in charge of putting on the events. He was like the original event bitch at the office. You know, like, he's like, a party, I got you. And everyone looked to him because he was well cultured, traveled all over the place, knew his food, knew his wine. Like, it made sense. So if you were wealthy at this time, you wanted to be on Ward's dick. You wanted in. He was gonna get you in. So Ward is in charge of the events and stuff, and he decides that he's going to start hosting these super exclusive parties. If you were included, I mean, that was like the biggest compliment. I mean, you were hot shit. This was the part that was kind of giving me Sweet 16 vibes because Ward McAllister, that guy, he was in charge of the events and stuff and would host these super extravagant parties, and he would go and give people invites, right? Now, if you got an invite, you were like, oh my God, I'm so special. Like, the invite was more flattering than the party, it seems like. Because this Ward guy, I guess he was a petty bitch. So if you weren't invited by him, people would be like crying, like personally offended. I mean, I'm sure you can relate this to something. When you're in the office or a group of friends and they don't invite you somewhere and you're like, what the fuck? I thought we were cool. This was to like the annoyance degree. Because when money's involved, they're so mean. They're so ugly. Now, if you got invited, the first thing you would do is go tell your friend, right? You'd be like, oh my God, I just got invited to Ward's party. Did you? Blah, blah. And you'd be talking about it. And then if like you didn't get invited, you'd start getting FOMO. So it was just creating a lot of tension, gossip. It was just you wanted to be at this party or his parties. McAllister takes it a step further by creating something else called the Society of Patriarchs. Sounds creepy. Sounds like you might get raped there. Watch out, Paul. It was just literally a boys' club of like 25 of Ward's favorite wealthy buddies. And these people would get together and do the party planning together. But really, it was just like Ward and his friends were deciding who was going to be invited and who wasn't. Ward inspired other wealthy heirs and heiresses to do the same thing. Before you know it, the New York elite are basically in a constant contest to see who can throw the biggest, most over-the-top party. There was one socialite who became like best friends with Ward. Her name was Caroline Astor from the very famous Astor family, which they come from old money, whatever that means. Caroline took her party throwing very seriously. In 1906, Miss Astor goes off and plans the craziest debutante ball you can think of. I guess these types of balls, that's funny, were all the rage during this time. Am I 12 years old? Okay, these
The
balls,
world
they were
remains
all
constant
rage.
over
I
the
love that.
centuries.
The whole point of these balls,
But human life is
this
like
was
the
like a
dew
time
at
to present
dawn,
young teen
or a
girls to
bubble
society and
rising
be like,
through
here,
water.
she's fertile,
Transitory.
she's flirty, she's rich. Wife her up, boys. Fun fact, they still happen today, but back then they were the place to be and be seen. It was your official introduction into high society. Your outfit needed to be on point, your hair needed to be flawless, you needed to have tits out, you needed to throw some glitter on them legs. I don't know, you just need to claim attention and claim the ring. Astor thrived when it came to hosting these parties since she was
What they say
the
is true.
socialite queen at the time.
have to
so
see
let's
the
say
world for
maybe you
yourself.
got invited to one of these parties, right? It's the big day. Oh, I couldn't imagine. 3 people have to help you get into like your, because back then they had to wear these big dresses in like 14 layers, right? And it's puffy, and you gotta put on the corset, blah blah blah. So you gotta have like people helping you get ready, right? You do the finishing touches to your hair, you're ready. So then, you know, you're dressed up, you get to the party, you're excited to see everybody, right? See all your snooty friends and see the cute little debutantes. The second you walk in, there's like a butler there who's gonna hand you a big flute of champagne. And you're like, these parties were filled with very powerful people, the powerful politicians, whoever else is in charge, people with money, and oil money, and it's just a room filled with money. I think we've all had that experience where, I don't know, you're cleaning out your fridge, right? And then you find yourself throwing away so much produce. Like, yeah, I had every intention of eating all that spinach and vegetables I purchased, but sometimes it just goes to waste so quickly. And sometimes I feel a little bit of eco guilt because I really want to like do my part and help the environment, but at the same time I feel so freaking wasteful. But then I got Lomi. Oh yes. Lomi allows me to turn my food scraps into dirt with the push of a button. Lomi is a countertop electric composter that turns scraps to dirt in under 4 hours. Now there's no smell when it runs, and it's really quiet. Thanks to Lomi, I have way less garbage each week. Sometimes I'll have up to like 3 bags of garbage, but Lomi has helped me cut that down to just 1 or 2. Since I throw out way less garbage, that means it's not like going to landfills and producing methane. Instead, I turn my waste into nutrient-rich dirt that I can like feed to my plants that aren't dead yet, you know? Anyway, I have my Lomi on my kitchen counter, and it's very sleek, and it fits the aesthetic of my other appliances. I love it. It's beautiful. I love that I can put fruit and veggie scraps into the loamy and it creates soil that I can add to my plants. Composting can seem very intimidating, especially if you don't know anything about, like if you're just getting into it, it could be a little intimidating, but loamy makes it so easy. You just like push a button, baby. Now, if you want to start making a positive environmental impact or just make cleanup after dinner that much easier, loamy is perfect for you. Head to loamy.com/darkhistory and use promo code darkhistory to get $50 off your order. That's $50 off when you head to loamy, LOMI.com/darkhistory.
I see everything.
History at checkout.
Illusion
Full
shattered.
of wisdom. Yeah.
Now with the holidays just around the corner, loamy is perfect. So you get to this party, Caroline Astor approaches you, welcomes you to the event and says, like, just wait until the big reveal. I have a big special reveal, sweetie. Just wait. And you're like, oh my god, I love a reveal. She clinks her glass. She's like, thank you everyone for coming. I know my parties are great, and I'm rich, and I just appreciate you for being here. Everyone, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise. And then she's like, everyone, look at the ceiling.
Everyone hold hands.
What? Look at the ceiling. They look at the ceiling. The rope is pulled, and it opens
Look at
up
you.
a net.
Make yourselves a hoop.
Not a net. And see, what happened was there was a bunch of butterflies in there. And all these butterflies, when they opened up these butterflies, 10,000 butterflies. Well, they were all died up there because they were in the net. So all these butterflies, 10,000 butterflies, dead, fall from the ceiling. Okay, people freak. People are freaking out because there's dead bugs dropping into their champagne glasses and in their hair, and what the fuck is that? Is that you just dropping bugs on us? That's a surprise. Miss Astor had this amazing idea to have butterflies flying around her party. Could you imagine, fluttering around? It would be iconic. No one would be able to talk about anything but her butterfly fashion.
Hey.
So, Mary,
No touching.
1,000 exotic butterflies. Have them shipped from Brazil to Miami. Mary bought 10,000 butterflies from Brazil. So, they're shipped over to the house, whatever.
Next on the agenda.
Attached to the ceiling, and then that's where all the butterflies are. And
Born of ice and frost.
the butterflies
I see everything.
beautiful, twinkling forest fairies. Love that. But the one thing she didn't have a friend to tell her about was that there's some hot ass lights in the ceiling, and direct heat doesn't really work that well on butterflies. So yeah, not a great combo. The butterflies cooked. The butterflies, like I mentioned, dead, all dead. They ended up burning to death, R.I.P. And the ball was ruined. I'm laughing
Something on
because
your mind
she probably
again?
thought she was a
Let's
shit,
work
right?
through
She's
it
like,
together.
wait till they see.
Two heads are better than
They
one.
are gonna fucking lose it. And then they pull it and they're all dead. Beautiful. That brings me joy. To know that her ball was ruined, come on. That's great. Okay, but listen. It gets even better. Miss Astor and McAllister were so picky with who they invited, they pissed off some people. So meet Alva Vanderbilt. When I say this worth of champagne, I mean dinner wasn't even served until 2 in the morning. After all was said and done, Alva spent about $250,000 on this party alone. In today's money, that would be equivalent to a $6 million party. And a $6 million middle finger to Miss Astor.
If
who at
you're not
first
sure
wasn't
what to
invited.
do next,
Last
how
minute,
about I
Alva
take you
gave
on a
her an
walk?
invite because Alva wanted her to sweat. And this event started a brand new trend in America, one that we still continue to this day. Themed costume parties, yay! Are you wasting money on subscriptions? Question mark. 80% of people have subscriptions they forgot about. Oh my god, yeah, I believe it. Yep, I believe that. Maybe for you, it's like your unused Amazon Prime account or Hulu account that you never use because what's on Hulu? I like Abbott Elementary a lot, but that's not the point. What I'm getting at is maybe you want to sign up for that free 30-day trial or something, but then you forget to cancel it, and then now you're getting charged like a grip. Yeah. Anyways, this has probably happened to you. Welcome to adulthood. This definitely happens to me all the time. I'm not here to irritate you.
Let it be known that divinity is mine.
Oh, there's this great app I use that helps me.
Insignificant pest.
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
Yeah. You might have heard of it. It's called Rocket Money.
Billowing
I condemn you!
Have it. Can I tell you, this app shows all the
Feeble human.
Rack and ruin!
main like cancel a subscription. All you
Hold the line.
is to press
Eye for an eye!
My endless cycle begins.
I'll take it from here.
Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Just go to rocketmoney.com/darkhistory. I mean, seriously,
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Jumpy, jumpy, follow me!
During the Gilded Age, there were all sorts of balls.
Burn to oblivion.
Scary balls, soft balls, loose balls, surf balls.
Kneel.
Now first, probably, because I thought this was
What a sorry
Now,
Come on.
your eyes have been opened. Reality
Servant ball
is pain.
Rest and rebuild! Bring refuge!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Allow me!
Eye for an eye!
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
End of the night.
Think you can bully me?
Well, one day
Your new god awakens.
You are carefully very...
Now,
people lost their minds over the hot boiling tea. It was received in a couple of shops.
La la la!
kneel.
Yes, I got my comeuppance.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
The social calendar
Tremble.
and to make
Rest and rebuild!
Reality is pain.
Let's move out. Allow me! Let's move out.
Of course, and you
Jumpy, jumpy,
love
go!
parties.
Kneel.
talk about shady. I kind of love this part. Like the drama of it all, they're so petty. I guess when you got money, you got the time to be this petty.
Cleo
That's
is
what
a
it comes down
brave
to.
girl today.
So yeah,
I found a
with these
really
elites just coming up with
weird-looking
insane
lizard.
ideas and using
Want me
money
to show
make
it
them
to
come
you?
true, it seemed like there was an endless supply of cash just laying around. And I'm nosy as hell, so I'm wondering where the hell did they get all this money? Well, wealthy families, you know,
Dodoko?
they're kind of running the
Dodoko,
country,
where
and they created the golden
are
age
you?
of capitalism. These people were called robber barons, which when I first heard this word is gonna fuck me up, and I already know it, and it might fuck you up at home, because it sounds like robber baron, like a person, robber baron. That sounds like a person's name, right? Okay, it's not.
Explosion
So robber
at South City
baron.
Wall. Grounded
Robber
be thy
as in
woe.
stealing
Explosions
shit.
can hurt
Baron
people.
as in powerful
Gin
man.
can be
So that's how this
dreadful.
word got together.
Mondstadt be
So
bombed.
robber
Cleve
baron
be
is a
doomed.
powerful
Those
man
are the
who
survival
steals
rules
shit.
that the Knights of
You get it?
Favonius
Great.
gave me.
So these robber barons had serious power over major industries like oil, timber, banking, steel, all the stuff that really helped build America. But they screwed a bunch of people over to get there. Think of them as the 1% of their time. They were like Robin Hood, but backwards, where they would rob from the poor and give to the
Dodoko, where
rich.
are
Essentially what
you?
they still fucking do today. Like, and the term robber baron was essentially slang for a specific type of American business owner from the Gilded Age who built their wealth to throw those crazy parties by doing some pretty dirty business practices. How dirty? Girl. Well, for starters, the idea of minimum wage was not a thing yet. These robber barons could pay their workers whatever the hell they felt like it, you know? There's no law. Like, it's the end of the week and you're clocking out and your boss gives you a nickel and a cigarette and says, like, oh, see you tomorrow. Pats you on the ass. Yeah, 'cause
We're
back
way
then,
behind
people were
schedule.
Okay, you guys, it's officially the holidays. Who's ready?
Next on the agenda.
No one? Me neither. I do love this time of the year, though. I mean, seeing the leaves change, busting out all my holiday candles. Ah, the decorations, the lights. It's just so magical, isn't it? I love it. I'm never ready, though. I'm like one of those last-minute shopper people. It's really bad. Anyways, this is also the time where a lot of us are out there panicking, like, what gift do I give so-and-so? Your family, your friends, right? But I'm here to help you out, because if you want to give the perfect gift for the dog lover in your life, this holiday season, gift them with Embark Dog DNA Test, the most accurate dog DNA test on the market. I said that. Now, I use the Embark Breed and Health Kit for my dog Saint, and it was such a great experience from beginning to end, filled with so many giggles. Embark sent me everything I needed, and all I had to do was swab Saint's cheek.
If you lie on the
Right, he was
grass,
such a
you
good
can
boy.
feel the
I thought he was gonna
heartbeat of the
fight me.
world.
He didn't. Swabbed his cheek, and then you pop the swab in a prepaid mailer they provide, and then you send it back for free. Love that, right? You don't even have to try it, okay? And then I was thrilled because when I received the results, I learned so much about Saint. And what pet parent doesn't want to know everything they can about their dog? Well, that's why Embark is such a great present to give the pup parent in your life. I'd like to thank EmbarkVet.com for supporting Dark History. Go to EmbarkVet.com to get free shipping and save $60 with promo code DARKHISTORY. As a parent of a precious dog, I want to make sure that I can provide him with the proper care that he needs. If he needs, I just want to know how I can take care of him so he lives a very happy, long life. And knowing your dog better can mean more holidays together. Unlock their breed mix, screen for genetic health risks. You can discover
Should
their
we
family
really be
tree
off work
and
this
customize
early?
their care with Embark.
There is still a
Dog
lot
DNA
left to
Test.
do.
Embark is an incredible tool for dog owners that screens for more than 215 genetic health risks across 350 breeds. I mean, that's more breeds tested than any other dog DNA test. 61% of pet owners plan to adjust their dog's routine, or they feel more prepared to be a good pet parent after testing with Embark. And 72% of pup parents are puzzled when it comes to their dog's breed. So it's time to end these guessing games, right? This holiday season, give the dog lover in your life something they won't expect. The chance to decode their dog. It's the perfect
so
time
nice
to shop
to
for an
de-stress.
Embark Dog DNA Test. Right now, Embark has a limited time offer on their Breed and Health Kit and Purebred Kit for our listeners. Go to EmbarkVet.com to get free shipping and save $60 with promo code DARKHISTORY. Visit EmbarkVet.com and use promo code DARKHISTORY to save $60 today. I'm going to read you guys a story. close your eyes. Go on with me on the street. People were desperate for jobs because millions were living in poverty. So they had to take whatever shitty job they could get. You see, at this time, there were essentially no
Inferior. Torn to oblivion.
They would just kind of be like, yeah, that's what I signed up for.
Weak. There is no escape. The eye sweeps the land. Inazuma shines eternal.
Almost up to pass. Da-da-da. Dumpty-dumpty-go. La-la-la.
Illusion shattered. Weak score. Torn to oblivion.
Holy shit.
Weak score. Shine down. This bond is eternal.
Where do you go? Can't have your dream.
There is no escape. Perish.
So,
I'm out of here.
Inferior. Witness the final calamity. Shine down. Obstacles. Inferior.
Look at you, Bluebell. Where do you go?
Eternity. Illusion shattered. Shine down. Now. Fall back and away.
Can't have your dream.
so this
Come on now. Where do you go?
Lightning obey you. Absurd.
La la la.
Only
powerful.
emptiness awaits.
In fact, his competitors offered $56,000 a month to stop working, which, hello, a dream job. So, again, if we're equaling it to today, that's $2.3 million a month to do nothing. But, you know, Cornelius likes work. He likes making money, and he wants more of it. So he's not going to stop working, but he sees a huge opportunity, okay? The booming railroad business. I think he has a thing for, like, transportation, some kind of weird transportation fetish. So Cornelius was bringing Americans together, connecting all of us through his railroad system.
Seems like I
before
should
the
have just
railroads,
stayed
everything
in
was done by
bed today.
horse. You want to go see your aunt in Chicago? That's cute. It's going to take about 8 days, and it's not going to go smoothly. But now a trip to Chicago on Vanderbilt's railroad system, it would take 1 day. Plus, on top of that, you're indoors. You're in a train. You're safe. And it seems like luxury compared to dying on the Oregon Trail. And if you were trying to travel from coast to coast, good luck trying to do that on a horse and carriage. It'd take like 6 months. Railroads weren't just changing personal travel. America was rebuilding its cities and towns after the Civil War. And, you know, in order to rebuild, you're going to need some supplies. And if they didn't have the railroad system, they wouldn't be able to get them. They would be able to. It would just take a lot longer, and the railroad system made it a lot easier. And not just this, but the United States was expanding west, and they needed houses, buildings, and whole-ass towns to support everyone in search of gold in California. And if they didn't find it, they just stayed where they were and built. If you think about it, there might not be a western United States if not for Corny Vanderbilt and his network of railroads. And I don't really think that's true. I'm disagreeing with what I'm saying here, but that's okay. Because think about it, Vanderbilt was at the center of it all. His railroads delivered steel across the country, and then those trains returned with people ready to spend money. Because remember, no taxes. Hello? People are ready to spend money, and Vanderbilt is ready to take it. So we know the rich are making their millions by being cheap. And even though they're throwing $1 million events, it doesn't even make a dent in what they had in the bank. Guys like Cornelius just get more and more powerful to the point where they can't be stopped. I guess with that being said, it's now time to play Monopoly. Great. Bust it out. Well, we have it. So let me tell you, Monopoly is defined in the dictionary as, quote, exclusive possession or control over the supply of or trade in a commodity or service. Translation: one company that controls everything in its industry. Okay, so for example, Cornelius Vanderbilt, king of the railroads, right? Jeff Bezos, king of online shopping. Okay. Anyways, these guys all had monopolies over their thing. This led to people being bullies, like Vanderbilt. If someone tried to build a railroad next to his, he'd be like, no, not gonna happen. He'd screw them over and run them out of town. That way, if anyone wanted in on their railroad business, they had to go through him, and there would be a pretty price to pay. The problem with Vanderbilt and his monopoly is that no one could tell him shit. He got all the money in the world, you know? He set the prices. The law couldn't touch him. So really, Vanderbilt is like, you can hate me, but you need me. And all the people are like, you're right. Kind of like Jeff Bezos. I hate that guy. But like, we've become so dependent on Amazon, right? Like, it's disturbing. Anyways, this is how the Gilded Age came to be. Just a few people controlled a whole lot of shit, which led to ridiculous money that funded all those Gilded Age parties. With all these new rich people in America, they didn't want anything to do with the everyday people. I mean, they looked down on them as they sipped champagne on Millionaires Row. The crazy thing is that this whole era is making a comeback while billionaires ride dicks into space wearing a cowboy hat. A lot of people are scraping to get by. Like, rent is higher than it's ever been, and it's also showing up in pop culture. Last year's Met Gala theme, it wasn't technically Gilded Age, but like, it kind of was, which is kind of funny, right? It's not. We should actually be a little worried. And there's a TV show right now called The Gilded Age. We're fucked. We're just repeating history. All of this is why Mark Twain said this era was covered by a thin precious gilding. It was like a turd covered in glitter. It might look nice, but it still stinks like shit. It was said that the phrase robber baron was invented to be a dig, but we know that behind closed doors, like at their eyes wide shut masquerade balls, these guys were lighting up cigars and laughing about it, wearing it like a badge of honor. I think in conclusion, rich people are assholes. This is why I like to talk about rich people, because they fucking suck. They really do. They're some of the shittiest people, right? No, you don't know. Not right. But, like, some of them are. And at the end of the day, like, they're assholes, and I can't do anything about it, but they make great entertainment. So, hey, laugh at them. Because that's all you can do. Unless we go and attack. Well, everyone, thank you so much for learning with me today. Did you learn anything new? I did. Remember, don't be afraid to ask questions to get the whole story, because you deserve that. Now, I'd love to hear your reactions to today's story, so make sure to use the hashtag #DarkHistory over on social media so I can follow along. And join me over on my YouTube, where you can watch these episodes on Thursday after the podcast airs. And while you're there, also catch Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. I hope you have a really good day today. You make good choices. Be kind. Don't be an asshole. Well, fuck it. You know, we're all gonna fucking die anyways. I'm PMSing. Fuck everyone. Right? Okay. Make good choices. And I'll be talking to you next week. Goodbye. Dark History is an Audio Boom original. This podcast is executive produced by Bailey Sarian, Kimberly Jacobs, Junia McNeely from 3 Arts, Kevin Brush, and Claire Turner from Maiden Network. Writers, Katie Burris, Allison Filobos, Joey Scavuzzo, and me, Bailey Sarian. Shot and edited by Tafadzwa Nemarundwe. Research provided by Xander Elmore and the Dark History Research Team. Special thanks to our expert, Richard White. And again, I'm your host, Bailey Sarian. I hope you have a good day today. Oh wait, I already said that. What are you still doing here? Goodbye. It's a well-respected doctor by the name of Alexis Carrel. And he was trying to do something special. He was doing some interesting experiments. He wanted to create something that would really make him like a celebrity within the doctor. Or just like a celebrity in general. Something that would just give him a lot of attention. Like front page of a magazine type
Ad
of
Astra,
attention.
thank you for
You
completing.
know, like we've all heard the stories about the fountain of youth, the sorcerer's stone, the secret sauce of youth, the cure to aging, you know? Well, that's what Dr. Carrel was looking for. This was his goal. Now, this was a big deal because he was amping up the people, getting them excited because he wanted to find the secret to living forever, which sounds like a total myth, giving me like bedtime story vibes. But Carrel was dead serious about this. Like, he was going to do it. He wanted to live forever. Which, side note, but why do white old men always want to live forever? Like, what is that about? Is that just like mandatory for them? I don't get it. Why do you want to live forever? You're not that great. You know? They never are. Whatever. Anyways, back to Dr. Carrel's laboratory. When I said state-of-the-art lab, you're probably thinking like shiny new high-tech instruments, a microscope, maybe like some petri dishes, shiny chrome work surfaces, fluorescent lights, bright white walls, crisp white lab coats,
You're
sanitized,
trembling.
everything.
Is it the cold or
But-
just cowardice?
Dr. Carrel was a goth. There was no light in his lab.
There's no escape. Inazuma shines eternally.
I see everything.
His lab was a server room. There was like a
The
single
Tsaritsa's
skylight.
benevolence has no place for transgressors.
See it. Everything in his lab is like painted black. I mean, the walls are black, the seats are black. He's wearing a black robe, like a all black hood. Honestly, I looked up the pictures, you know, and it was like low key giving KKK vibes, but in all black. Like that's how doctors look. God, I don't know, man. Behind him, though, in his
Can't
lab,
have your drink.
you would find a wall of shelving with jars just filling up all these empty spaces. And each one of these jars would be filled with human organs. Now I'm talking parts. This lab was considered a cutting edge. And the man who was in the robe, this Carrel guy, he had just
Everyone hold hands.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Famous for developing new surgery techniques for organ which great, love that. But really, everything
Come,
he
put
did,
up a
he done
fight.
to the
The Temple of Wisdom. Hey,
eugenics.
Not every wound will
Talk
heal.
about eugenics here
Ducky,
many
ducky,
times, but
no.
pressure. Eugenics is basically population control done by to make sure that
I see everything. Can't have your drink.
desirable.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
La la la.
for Carrel, eugenics meant that he wanted to use his
Everyone hold hands.
to preserve the white race. So it would make sense that he's a big Nazi fanboy. And I'm not even
Look at you, Boomtail.
Shine down.
praised Adolf Hitler's
Got me that time.
and even came out supporting the Nazi-controlled regime in France.
Make yourselves at home. I
And
see everything.
Illusion shattered. I never asked.
basically, Carrel supported Hitler's idea that the world would be better with only white people in it. So, honestly, he seems like the type of guy who would have like a big-ass painting of Hitler hanging above his bed. And like in the painting, Hitler would be like shirtless, buff, a little bit of chest hair, like with like wrestling a snake. And I bet you the Carrel guy was like, you know, he's that guy. Even though Carrel had a bunch of stans and was working hard to be like Hitler's #1 fangirl, he still was not feeling satisfied with the success he was experiencing on his own. He wants to be bigger. He wants to really stand out. He wants to just be in
Something
the
on your
limelight.
mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
The crowd, even if you remember that song? Thank you. Okay, so how do you do this? Well, Corel sets to work in his dark little evil vampire lab looking for a discovery that will guarantee his name gets into the history books. So remember all those little organs he had in the jars decorating the wall? So he goes over there, grabs one of those jars off the shelf, and removes from the jar a chicken heart. He then starts experimenting with said chicken heart. Now, I'm no scientist or doctor. Maybe you've noticed this. Not really sure what the goal was with the chicken heart or what he was doing, but indeed, he was doing it. So months go by. Dr. Corel finally comes out of his dark room to announce to the people that he has created an immortal chicken heart. Immortal chicken heart? Yep, you heard that right, Paul. Immortal chicken heart. I guess Dr. Corel had figured out a way to keep the dead chicken heart cells alive and beating completely on their own. So he's thinking like, today a chicken heart, but tomorrow it could be a human heart, you know? But I just have to say, like, Immortal Chicken Heart is the freaking coolest name, right? Like, I want to start a band. Immortal Chicken Heart, you know? Couldn't you see that? Immortal Chicken Heart? Me and Paul could go on the road. So Dr. Corel takes this discovery to the press, and he promises the people that he has the answer on how to live forever. And not only that, he will share his discovery with all of the people. The white people, though. You know, he's like, only the white people. Anyway, the world was going gaga for this guy. I mean, he seems to find how to live forever. He's like telling people that. For decades, people thought Corel was like this brilliant genius. He got exactly what he wished for. He became so famous that he ended up on the cover of Time magazine. Not just once, he was on the cover twice. To us, like, it's like, whatever.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Ad Astra Abbot. This realm is If you ever have any... Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Hold the line. La la la.
Descent. Chill to the bone.
That's happy to oblige.
Crisp.
No more words. Let's not waste time. Let's initiate.
Shine down! Now you shall
La
perish!
la la. I see everything.
Torn to oblivion!
Yes. This is it.
Cleo is a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you? Sharing my knowledge.
Illusion shattered!
Dumpty dumpty go!
Secure! Inazuma shines eternal!
la la. More treasure, more treasure. Da da da. La la la. Da da da. La la la. Yeah! Thank you for pulling me. Looky.
There is no escape! Ha!
Boing, boing, boing. Da da da. Everyone hold
Torn
it.
to oblivion!
Yeah. La la la. Dumpy dump.
Illusion shattered!
I see everything in your dream. Huh. Da da da. La la la.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Let's move out. Rest and rebuild. Breathtaking. Allow me. Everyone hold hands. This might hurt a little. Hold the line. Yeah. Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home. Allow me. I see everything. A brash maneuver. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Rest and rebuild. Yeah.
I condemn you!
So this is the thrill of adventure. Let's move out. Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction. Yaya Publishing House has released numerous works that lay out military strategy in a simple and pragmatic way. Those are my favorite. To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction. To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction. To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction. To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. Fate must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction. These bombs, so heavy. La la la.
That's close to apply.
Eye for an eye. Yeah, more speed.
Sayonara special!
and ruin.
We'll meet again.
La la la.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you.
Woo! Everyone hold hands.
Freeze to the core! I condemn you! Huh?
La la la.
Disengage! That's an order!
Jumpy dumpty go. Come, make yourselves at home. I see everything.
Ha!
Da, da, da. Everyone hold hands.
Flood of frost!
I see everything. Boing, boing, boom.
Rack and ruin!
Jumpy dumpty go. La la la, da da da. La la la. It was an accident. I see everything. Hey! I see everything. Lucky all my new bombs are waterproof. Temple of Wisdom. Woohoo! Look at you, boo down, dumpy dumpty cow. Hey. Everyone hold hands. Shake it and stir. Make yourselves a hoop. Boing, boing, boing. Ta-ta-ta. Protocol, where are you? Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good.
I hand this work over to you.
These bombs, so heavy. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
Be mine.
Sharing my knowledge.
I condemn you.
The Temple of Wisdom. Let's wait here a little.
Rack and ruin. Freeze to the core.
I see everything. What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
I see everything.
I condemn you!
Reaching tide!
Everyone hold hands.
Rack and ruin! What a sorry sight.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? I see everything. Make yourselves a move. La la la, blazing delight.
More speed.
Da da da. Pew! Ouch! Chicken and pig.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Da da da. La la la.
Witness the power of the one.
You are not
Ray
welcome.
outlines your face.
Everyone
Feel
hold
my
hands.
soul.
Sharing the knowledge.
Animal test 6308.
Let's end this
Absorption
now.
test.
Now you're testing our patience. Will.
Ring cutter. Temple of Wisdom. Animal test 6308.
Rain outlines your face.
I'm getting sick.
We'll meet again.
Fine, fine, fine.
Tread carefully.
Everyone hold hands. Dodoko? Dodoko. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Cleo is a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you? I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes. Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Gene can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look? Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good. These bombs, so heavy. Cleo is a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
I haven't been out in a while.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? These bombs, so heavy. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
La la la.
Witness the power.
Mark 2, stand clear. Absorption test. Stand clear. Don't know my soul. Blazing light.
Testing my patience.
The brightest flames burn fastest.
Well, please, again.
I want to go home now.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was...
Everyone hold hands. Jumpy, jumpy, go! Da, da, da. Woo! These bombs, so heavy. Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish taste so good. These bombs, so heavy.